Hello, how are we doing today? I wanted to actually start a world today on Minecraft. This is inspired a bit by Nico, the YouTuber. He does similar content to me, and actually kind of inspired me to, maybe do this a little bit. I'm not really a Minecraft player. But I mean, I started playing this when I was younger. Those who know the Xbox 360 demo, I was there. I like playing the demo a lot with my sister, but we were too broke back then. We couldn't get past the first door, but we were having fun. I miss the old noises. Everything had the old look. But I won't lie and say that it doesn't look beautiful right now. I feel like the changes they've done to this game has been great. The goal for this video, honestly, I don't really got one. Just kind of got up, you know, 40 minutes ago and decided to make a video before I go to class. And you know what? I know I keep on saying that I might start a budget series, but it's because I just want something to look forward to. I want people to tune into my series or whatever I'm doing. But did I just duplicate the leggings? Oh no, it's two. Yeah, no. That's really it. I think we're just gonna. Our goal for today is to build a house, find a good location, build a house. Yeah, how are you doing? You know, it's it's been a rough month this last April for me. I won't lie. Um, I didn't really plan on talking about this, but I mean, who's gonna really see this video? I only got like about a couple subscribers, which I'm very grateful for. Not gonna lie, but most of them are people I know, and I don't know if even they will see this. But this last April was pretty hard because my dad was in the hospital, and at first it was it was sudden. I won't lie. Well, it kind of was sudden, kind of wasn't. You know how guys are. We minimize our pain level. Don't really want to focus on it. Just keep it pushing. But yeah. My dad had been taking an injection for a skit, and it somehow burned a hole in his like intestine. Pretty sick, pretty disturbing. But uh, yeah, no, I won't really get into too much detail, but it caused a lot of problems with his stomach, and I should say it wasn't pretty. And he had to go to the hospital. And I remember that first night, I think I'd just gotten out of like school, and I was picking up my sister from work, I think, and she was feeling bad for not being there. And in the beginning, honestly, I wasn't really thinking about it too much. I honestly think like I don't know what I was thinking, but it's like I was trying to tell myself not to worry about it, try to act like everything was fine. In reality, I had no idea what was going on, and literally anything could have happened. But I remember, that night we were going to bed, and my sister, not my sister, I checked the group chat, my family group chat, and they're like, uh, your dad needs surgery, and he's gonna go into surgery, and we don't know what's gonna happen. And at that point, I was like, okay, good, they're taking him to surgery. But then I was like, wait, he needs surgery? And then, I don't know. It was very hard. I was Uh, Honestly, I was worried a lot, but not for the reason you might think. Honestly, I guess I haven't really had the best relationship with my dad. I guess with most people probably relate to this, but it's just don't really speak to each other. So whenever I guess issues come up, they just leave. They just stay as is. They don't really get a clear ending. So you know sometimes resentment can build up, and I had some what is it called undealt with resentment that I guess I wasn't really ready to give up on and to move past, which sucked because when this happened, it was like a punch in the gun. It was like a reality check because I was like, "You seriously still caught up on something that happened in the past when he needs you?" And I felt very shitty. I remember the next day we went to the hospital, and the entire time I didn't really want to go because, well, I kept telling everybody it's because I didn't like hospitals, or I didn't want to be around like that in that mood for a second. But reality was because I don't know, it just felt like I didn't deserve to be there. Like I wasn't, I don't know, worthy of like being the many people that were there to support him, which isn't a good thing. It's not a good way to think. Because why? Like, well, why don't I deserve to be there? Why? That's my own father. That's my family. And I think that I am less because of what? Oh, hi, buddy. um, well, I guess because of the way the way it happened, the way everything happened. It was just hard for me to like express like how I felt. And it was weird because I felt so conflicted. But it wasn't like a conflicted of, oh, screw this guy. It was more of like a conflicted of, I want to feel bad, or like, like I feel bad, but why is there a part of me that's like almost scared, you know? Because I had this fear of like, I don't know. It's like I didn't want to be judged there, for being, I guess, a less. In my mind, just felt like I wasn't like a good enough son, I guess. I wasn't the right man. I didn't feel like I was the man I needed to be at that moment. And it hurt a lot because like that's what I wanted to be for him. I wanted to be strong for him. I just couldn't. I felt weak. I felt sad. I felt horrible. But that was the first day. The first day was always the hardest. Um, I'm thankful for my family. I'm glad that my mom and my sisters were, I guess they were just going in straight, protection mode, straight caretaker mode. They were fully focusing on, him and not paying mind to themselves. Just so respectful and honestly so I guess something I want to be able to do. because I couldn't honestly. Like, I didn't want to stay in the hospital for so long. I didn't want to be there all day. I don't know. I didn't feel like I deserved to be there. But anyways, next day I remember I decided, that wasn't the right way to show up. That wasn't the right way to be there. So the next day when I showed up, I decided to be, just be a bit stronger. Oh shoot, creeper. Oh man. Get out of here. And I decided to be a little stronger. Decided to lock in. And yeah, that's what I did. It's not like it was hard. I don't know, it just felt so much. Like, it was so, everything just happened. Like, this whole thing, this whole doctor thing. Like, honestly, everything was so, honestly, I felt like everything was going great in my life before this, but mm, I don't know. It was almost like it just happened, and it's just what happens, I guess. Things just happen, stuff happens, and it just pops up in your face, and sometimes you're ready for it, sometimes you're not. I definitely didn't feel like I was ready for it, but now that I guess everything is over now, my dad's home. He's healing. He's doing a lot better. He's gaming in the living room, but now he moved back to his room last night. Like things are getting better. It's definitely worries, bills, how we're gonna move forward from this, which, not gonna lie, is a bit stressful to think about. You know, um, I'm already, not doing too hot with my money situation, but just picked up a second job. Um, yeah, it's pretty cool. I don't know. Right now, I just feel like I'm so stressed. Like, there's so much going on. It's like all I want to do is just be here, talking to you guys or talking to myself, and just seeing what happens. Like, I want to be here so bad, and I want this to work so bad. I guess it's almost like being a bit like, I was getting a bit obsessed over it now, where it's like, I feel like my life, like everything's moving so fast and so much problems are popping up. I feel like this is my only way to, like, I guess, get something out of my life and just enjoy it and be happy, I guess, in a way, with, like, my future. God damn, I really want this to be, my home. I want this to be comfortable. I don't want a job where I'm so dead and stuck, and then add on top of that the problems and like the sporadicness of life. You just got a horrible cocktail of just misery. I don't want to be miserable. Sometimes it just feels like it's inevitable. Oh, emerald. Then you see like an emerald, and then you're just like, ooh, something to look forward to, something to aim towards. Does anybody anybody relate? I'm so tired of not knowing, you know? I'm so tired of just being stuck, so tired of just not understanding what to do. And it's like the part of me that's like the part of me that's, you know, lazy and tired is there, and you know, sometimes I fall back into that, but I guess now it's more of a I'm getting so exhausted, but I'm like I want to do so much, you know. I have so much thoughts, so much plans. Well, I don't know about plans, but I have just so much things I want to do. I thought, well, I know I'm not gonna be able to do them. I'm not gonna be able to do everything I want to do. But I guess we'll have to deal with that when the time comes. You know, just gotta keep on mining. It was pretty cool. Ravine? Wow. He's not going down there. I'll tell you that for sure. For surely. I don't know, guys. Like, why is it so hard to be in the moment? So it's one of my biggest problems. You know, just being in the moment and just not making the correct decision, but the decision I truly want to make. You know, I dissociate so hard that, you know, I make an action and it's like almost like the safe action. It's never truly like, you know, my decision, you know, or like my thought. Just be safe and, you know, stay out the way and just look like you know what you're doing and you'll be fine. I hate pretending. I hate acting, putting on this act for everybody else that I'm like, that I know what I'm doing and that I'm working hard. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I don't feel like I'm working as hard as I should be, you know. I don't feel like I don't feel like I'm giving my 100% right now. Or just like all the time, you know. And because I know that I'm not doing my best and I'm not putting my best effort forward, it hurts a lot because I know I could have done better. Like I know I could have put up my most into it. And I guess sometimes I fail to recognize that, you know, the effort I put in is my 100%. And it's the 100% I can give at that moment, and it's hard for me to accept that. But I just feel like I can do so much more. And I feel like I know I can, you know, I know I can do so much. I know I can freaking log in for school or log in for these exams, but I don't wanna. I'm not gonna lie, I don't wanna log in for these exams. I don't wanna be at class. I don't wanna work at some dead end job. And I don't wanna do what everyone is telling me to do, you know, in a way. I don't wanna be safe, I guess. I don't wanna go with life the safest possible route because, well, it's just so boring, you know. It's like slow and it's so. I feel like that's what my life has been like all the time, just so slow and so boring and so just not my choice, you know. It's never my it's never my decision. I feel like I'm always making someone else's. It's like all I want to do is just be here making these videos, yapping. All I want to do is yap, really. God, it's like I just want that to happen, you know. I don't want to be like it's not happening because it is happening. I'm doing it right now. That'd be me not taking this for granted. It'd be me taking this for granted, you know. It'd be me just being, I guess, ranting. But I mean, I'm here right now. I'm talking to you guys, and I guess whether you guys are actually real or you guys are just something I use to cope and to make it seem like, you know, my problems are important. Because really, isn't that what we all want? Just somebody to listen and tell us, you know what you're going through is hard and it's important, and you're important, and you matter. Like, isn't that what we all want to hear? But I guess that's just too much, you know. That's just doing too much. It's just on the head. I'm just so I'm so exhausted all the time. Every morning when I wake up, it's like it's always my legs. We live in such a sedentary lifestyle, you know. We're always sitting down and oh, got the squad pulling up. Oh, oh. You know, we live such a sedentary lifestyle. You know, we live by ourselves, sitting down for more hours of the day than standing. You know, just not how life was. You know, and so I guess every morning when I wake up, I just feel like so like so much like I guess it's like the only word that's coming to my head. Just It's like, sure, I can get myself up in the morning and then pretty easily, but it's more of a fact of I can't be laying here, you know, like like I'm so tired of not doing anything. And I don't know what that drive is. I don't know I don't know how we can use that to redirect that to this or to something else, to my health, to my family, you know, something important. Right now it's just I feel that and then I don't do anything about it. I told my friends that I was gonna start going on walks. But did I start doing that? No. Did I start doing anything I told my friends? Not really. And oh my god, it's just so annoying. It's so annoying when you make these false promises to yourself and then you fully believe them. It's like oh my god, it's like oh yeah, I'm gonna be a great YouTuber. I'm gonna be a freaking I'm gonna be a freaking the best PUBG player of all time. And then you never hop on PUBG. And you never hop on YouTube, you know. That's what I do. That's what I stay doing now. I'll be like, man, I'm gonna start working out. Buy the gym membership and don't go to the gym for a year. Do not get a Fitness Connection membership for a year and only show up 5 times. Do not make that same mistake. But hey, at least I canceled it, you know? Ooh, we might live over there. Maybe on top of that mountain. I'm just tired, man. And I recognize I got a lot of stress around me. I recognize that. I guess that's okay for me to feel this way. But I was feeling this even before all this stress came up. Maybe not to the greatest extent. I always feel like it's slowly getting more unbearable. Every day. Each day just 1% more unbearable than the last. And I guess more of a question as to when I'm gonna get up and actually do something. When am I gonna make something of my life that actually matters to me and the people around me? No, because I tell my girlfriend that I want to help it. You know, my goal is to, I guess, help everybody achieve their dreams in a way. You know, push people towards the right direction. Because I've always wanted that, I guess. I've always wanted that for myself. I always wanted somebody to be there for me, but Guess it never. Well, I guess it just didn't really happen. And I do want that. There's another part of me that's it's almost desperate to come up with something for my life, desperate to give my life a purpose, give my life something to cling on, because like I said, most of my life I feel like I've done nothing. Like I've just sat here, just rotted. I want to live my life. I want to talk to people. I want to I want to make mistakes. I want to make stupid mistakes that were unavoidable. No, that were avoidable. First off, and because I was too stupid in the moment to realize I made it. But because of that, I want the opportunity to grow from it. I want the opportunity to grow from these mistakes that I make. I want to get better. I don't want to stay like this. You know what I mean? I don't want to be miserable my entire life. I don't want to be like just like this, Which, I mean, which is weird to say because, this is one of my better feelings, I felt, I guess, a lot worse than this in the past. So it's hard to give yourself that leniency when you're like, okay, well, I mean, I was worse. I was doing this. I was blah blah blah. But so now you don't deserve to feel like this. I guess is what I keep telling myself. I don't deserve to be sad and to struggle. Just stupid, Because we all will. We all have. We'll continue to be like that, Kind of want to make like a floating house in the lake. I was gonna make it right here, but I just looked down. I saw this, and then, I'm like, why not? What should I make the path out of though? Should I do cobblestone? Yeah. But bro, we all want to feel useful in a way. We all want to feel like have some worth, I guess. Oh. But I feel like I need it, I like, God, I'm like craving it, I'm craving that. I'm craving the improvement. I'm craving. I'm craving you just being better, I don't know. Being better than this, being better than what I am right now. So I guess I'm not happy. And I haven't been for a long time, and I stay telling myself, this will make you happy. And I get a girlfriend, and I think that suddenly, because I'll have somebody else to focus on, I'll be able to. My problems will be able to just disappear. I guess I don't know. I don't know what I really expected, because I didn't expect for me to be explaining to her how I feel all the time. I feel dead most of the time, or I feel just empty. It's not like all the time I'm like that. It's just, I guess mainly when I'm alone, when I'm by myself, or nothing's really happening. That's when I feel it. When I'm surrounded by, my girl, and sometimes family. I'll feel more mad and annoyed, but not entirely negative. It's also glad. It's also great. Yeah. I guess being around the right people makes me feel great. Makes me feel better. Makes me feel something, I guess. For a long time, I didn't want to feel anything. For a long time, I just wanted to I was content with just being with my thoughts and content with just being nothing. It's so hard to think about because now I want the complete opposite, you know? I don't want to be nothing. I don't want nothing. So it's like me looking back, thinking, what? Like, come on. This is in my head, you know? I'm just like, come on, me. Like, what are you doing? But I understand why. I felt like I had no hope. I felt like I was destined for failure. I felt like I wasn't going to achieve anything ever. And so I believed that. And so that's why for 19 years of my life, 19 years of my life, I did nothing. And I didn't even live my life. I just existed in it. There's a difference between living your life and existing. So we all didn't ask to be born. We all didn't ask to exist. But we can all choose to live, you know? It's a choice to live our life. It's a choice to not live our life. It's a choice to just sit there and do nothing. Even when it feels like everything's against us, when the system feels so rigged, the system feels like we can't grow, we can't become ourselves in it. Well, but you can't do anything about it. Only learn to navigate it, you know? To walk the path correctly. Or not walk the path at all, you know? I don't want to walk into the world blind with just my instincts. Oh, look how beautiful these snowflowers are. It's really beautiful. I don't know, y'all. What do y'all think? I guess maybe I'll feel better whenever I actually see the fruits of my labor, you know, see what my work is doing, you know, because I am hard on myself. I won't lie. I'm very, very hard on myself, and I don't think, like I just explained to you guys, I like to think that I don't work hard, but then you get people around you, people's opinions you care about. They say that you're doing such a good job, and you come out so confused. You're like, how? How am I doing a good job? How am I just like improve? How are you content with how I am if I'm not content with how I am? I guess that's really what it is, you know? It's like, it's hard for me to imagine somebody supportive, I guess, of what I'm doing. It's so hard for me to think like that. It's so hard for me to imagine that people care and people see. They see a lot more than you think. And they don't judge you the same way you judge yourself. I don't think I want to do that. Need a few more cobblestone. I don't know. It's so weird. Well, not weird. It makes sense because I wouldn't judge them this hard. I wouldn't be judging them like I'm judging myself right now. I wouldn't want anybody to feel the way I feel, you know? Because it's not really fair, you know? It's not fair to subjugate somebody to just feeling so empty. So, like, worthless and so weak. I guess that's how I look at myself sometimes. I feel very weak, very worthless, very empty. And that's when I keep telling myself that. I won't do anything, and I won't be anything. And right now it's true. Sad as it is, I feel like it's true. Right now I haven't done anything to show that I deserved. Just deserve that, deserve that success and that feeling, You might be thinking I'm a little harsh on myself. Maybe you think I'm not being harsh on myself. Maybe I don't know. I just telling you how it is. I don't know what will change this, I guess I thought this part of me was never. I guess this part of me left me, but nah, it's always been here. My goal right now, I wanna try to put it on some like wood pillars right here to like get it up, like as like the base. I'm trying to see how. Kind of don't want a huge house. 2, 3, 4. There you go. Which I remember about the troll song. Oh man, I remember just sitting on my mom's iPad, just like listening to it, be like, "Oh, this is the best thing I've ever heard in my entire life." Kind of want to do like a staircase here, like a little up, but maybe we should just get the house down or like the base of it. I feel like, yeah, let's just get the base of it, and I think we might wrap it up for today. Who knows? I might come back after school and record another part of this. I don't know. But yeah, no, this is a bit about me, Yeah, like, that's just how I feel, And like, I don't want to be sorry for myself. I don't want to be sad, and I don't want other people to pity me. I guess that's really like the main part. I don't really want anybody to pity me, because I feel like going through this is like normal and accepted, and like just part of life. But that might just be me downplaying, how I feel. I don't know, I just feel like you're supposed to go through this, If you didn't feel this, how are you supposed to know that you do want to improve, you do want to be better? How are you supposed to know that if you just, just skip it, skip this part? I think I just made this 9 blocks, or this is, I think it's 8 blocks. Yeah, because, ha ha ha. Fuck. Ooh. I don't know, yeah. I always wonder what, everyone else is going through, Because these are my core problems, These are my thoughts. I like, watching other YouTubers, like, if you know the Zerky Show, he's very, very, very relatable, does same type of content style, like say yapping style. And it's something that I look up to, people who do the same thing, because I feel like it's almost like they understand. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ah. 10. They aren't pillars if they ain't pillared. But yeah, no. Zerky Show, the Nico channel, Nico Yaps channel. Those are two YouTubers that I relate to, you know. 'Cause you know, and it's so nice to see people who aren't fake, not fake, but just like are real with who they are and what they feel. I think most people just mask it or aren't entirely honest. Just fair, you know, it's 100% fair. But I don't know, I don't want to be disingenuous. I don't want to be a version of myself that isn't me, you know. I always want to be just me. I don't want to be any other person. I just want to be me. And I feel like me is playing video games and yapping. Something I enjoy doing with my friends, with you guys, with my girlfriend. And the weird thing is, I feel like some people enjoy listening to me yap sometimes, you know. And I feel like I don't even know what I'm saying. Look at this. A little small. Smaller than I think it was going to be, but... Huh. 3... okay, I might need to build one more. Just make it even. I just don't have pickaxe. Whatever. I think I'm gonna just wrap it up here. Once again, I'm glad for you guys being here. Anybody that is here who can just listen to this. Yeah, because I mean, I enjoy doing this. I enjoy putting this out, and seeing people who also enjoy this just makes me, you know, just brings a smile to me, you know. It makes me think that, you know what, maybe this could actually be my future. Maybe I am on the right path in a way, you know. That's what I like to think sometimes. But anyways, this is Dia. I hope y'all have a great morning, day, afternoon, night, whatever. I want y'all to have a good one. But remember, I love all of y'all. Goodbye.